A Kogi State High Court on Monday sentenced 5 men to death by hanging for mischief by fire, criminal conspiracy and culpable homicide, punishable by death. In the judgment presided over by Justice Saidu Hosseini at Ankpa Division of the High Court, the men Aliyu Amadu Makolo, Yakubu Idaji, Danjuma Yusuf, Muhammad Yusuf and Muhammad Rilwanu Dikadi from Aku Village, Ankpa local government area of Kogi State, were charged before the State High Court in 2020. Delivering the judgment, which lasted for almost 3 hours, the judge said that all evidences submitted by the prosecuting team found them guilty. Prior to 2019, there were reports of lingering disagreement over who amongst the family in Aku community will produce the village head. Locals said the dispute over the Onu Aku stool has been on for many years. However, this tussle was somewhat laid to rest when the then Ata of Igala finally beaded Chief Sylvester Mamedu Sule on the 29th of December 2019 at his palace in Ida. The prosecution said on January 29, 2020, several men armed with various weapons including machetes and locally made guns invaded the community, setting properties on fire and hacking Chief Sylvester Mamedu Sule to death along with his elder brother, Mr. Owochi Sule Onu, and one other. The lifeless body of Owochi Sule was thereafter butchered, tied in a sack bag and dumped in a well. Prosecution counsel M.A. Abaji, in his final written address, submitted that the defendant's plea of not guilty were only a mere denial. Defense counsel Isaac Ekpa, in his final written address, argued that the prosecution had not proved his case beyond reasonable doubt to warrant the conviction of the defendant. However, the trial justice ruled that the prosecution had proved its case beyond all reasonable doubt, saying that denial of commission of offense did not amount to not committing it. Briefing journalists, the prosecutor thanks the court for the judgment, which he said reflected the true situation of things.
Judgments are delivered according to evidence presented before the court. And what the court has done today is to look at evidence that was presented before him and arrived at the conclusion of the matter. To us, we have seen that justice of the matter is done.
The case that came to an end today is a case of culpable homicide punishable with death and under sundry offences. And the summary of it is that the court held that the prosecution had proved the case beyond reasonable doubt, and he convicted 5 persons.
Yes, we are satisfied with the outcome. And like as I said, on behalf of myself, of my family and I, the Adikunyanu Uja family, we are pleased with the judgment today. I want to, thank His Excellency, the former governor of Kogi State, because it happened when he was in office. And as a governor, he allowed the law procedures to take its place. Equally, I want to thank his successor, His Excellency, Ododo. He came in, and I'm sure he was briefed on the issue. And as someone who is reasonable and knows what the law is, that justice must prevail, he never intervened.
There is nobody that will fall victim to such a heinous crime, and at the end of the day, judgment is being delivered that will not be pleased. It's a long journey, a process that went through the hands of 3 other judges before Justice Saidu Hosseini finally did the needful as regards to following the due process of the law. He was fair and just in his judgment.
In the same vein, the judge also discharged the unacquitted one Yakubu Ikoja and Abdul Mumini Saleh, the 5th and the 7th respondents who were accused of being in possession of a generator suspected to have been stolen, contrary to Section 9, 336, 337, 97, 22, 320 of the Kogi State Penal Code, for inability of the prosecution to prove beyond doubt. The prosecution expressed optimism that other suspect David Adoyi Abba, a prime suspect and mastermind of the crime, Tahil Abdul, aka Iye Popo, youth leader, Solomon Odaun Ogbo, vigilante chairman, Jibril Okpanachi, Farouk Okpanachi, and Francis Bala Aboni, who were said to be at large, will be apprehended and made to face the justice.